season. Week 17 is underway. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. He'll have a first down past the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. That may be a sneak peek on this opening drive of what this young rookie can showcase, his legs.
And normally, as you start a game, you're just thinking, can he get the snap? Can he hand off? Can he just execute? Instead, he doesn't waste any time on wrapping another dimension to his game, showing off those wheels and picking up some nice yardage.
Tua now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Now the former Washington Husky, here's Myles Gaskin. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 49-yard line.
2nd and 11 now. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. And the ball is knocked out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
Now the first carry for Zach Moss. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No game.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now an option play on 2nd down. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Man open, it's Moss complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A gain of 7, and they pick up the first. to the air. Allen. And that's complete to Zach Moss out of the backfield. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now it's Breida. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play.
Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that can bring him down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Allen now looks to throw. They'll run the screen with Moss. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Second and 11 at the 32-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. Allen going to keep it. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The quarterback run good for 10 that time, but it does lead to a third down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up fourth down.
Tyler Bass out for the Bills field goal.
For the Bills field goal. A 41-yard attempt.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Tyler Bass out for the Bills field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. It's headed right. It's no good. He misses wide of the upright, and this will remain a scoreless game. And there is nothing easy about being a kicker on a day like this.
Yeah, I tell you, not only is the footing tough in the snow, but kicking that ball is like kicking a rock. Very difficult to get any sort of feel on your kicks.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Tagovailoa to throw on second down here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This is Gaskin on the carry. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Isaiah McKenzie is back deep for the Bills. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
The intended target there was Gabriel Davis. Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10. Now Allen. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
2nd and 11 at the 38-yard line.
38-yard line, 2nd and 11. Going quickly here to Thomas. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
To Michael Thomas. Brings up 3rd down.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. They'll try and run for this with Moss. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. They gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Down, they stay with Moss on the ground, and he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Now Allen going to give it to Moss. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Zach Moss with his 16th touchdown of the year as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And it's 7-0 Buffalo.
Makes the score Bills 7, Dolphins nothing.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Jakeem Grant now to return. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Grant on the return. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action, now it's Tua. This is intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Going with Moss on the ground. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Fakes the give and keeps himself. And they'll rally and stop him short of the 1st down at about the 6. Pretty sizable gain of 8 that time on the keeper, but now it's 4th down.
Brings up 4th down and 1.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They're going to run for it. It's Moss. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the 1st before he's brought down. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. They'll look to run with Moss. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Zach Moss, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And he's got it up and through.
Makes the score Bills 14, Dolphins nothing.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This is Jakeem Grant. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the 2nd half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They'll run now with Gaskin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. A run by Moss to start the 3rd quarter. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run with Breida. And he's going to have a Bills 1st down as good running gets him to about the 44.
That's good.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
This one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the 2nd half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
To Moss, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers, but in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Escaping the pressure right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Returning it, Isaiah McKenzie. And able to get this out to the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They had that 1st half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. They'll run on 1st down with Moss. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll go again here with Moss. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory.
The ball carrier.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Third down, here's a run by Moss. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
At the 43-yard line.
Now Allen off the bootleg, sliding out of the pocket. He hits Beasley right side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
On 1st down, Moss. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Taken down.
And this defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here's a give to Moss out of the shotgun. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And can they take advantage? Their defense got the 4th down stop, and now they're hoping to find the end zone. A field goal wouldn't be enough to erase this 4th quarter deficit. Now Tua, a big spot for the rookie from Alabama. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
1st down, Miami.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. From the gun, it's Tua. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Tua going to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
A nice display of powerful running, but it takes him only to the 7. He's dropped there. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. That's complete right around the 8.
Tagovailoa.
No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
No gain on the play.
Here's Gaskin. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Myles Gaskin, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line. Because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets 1st downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those 1st downs, keep possession of the football.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. The Bills on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 11. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. That's complete to Moss out of the backfield. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be Dolphin football.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. Buying time to his left. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Poyer. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
At the 36-yard line.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Breida on a toss left. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the counter, this is Moss. And he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there.
Christian Wilkins.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I would say the Dolphins like what they have in Christian Wilkins, who just made a nice play up front right there. Remember, he was a first-round pick in 2019 out of Clemson. They expect him to be a cornerstone.
On second down, a run with Breida. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Second and a yard.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Moss. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Moss. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Now a toss here. Moss running to the left. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
They'll try and run for it. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2, but he doesn't come anywhere close. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Bills, the win means they'll finish in double digits at 10-6. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for Miami, this might wind up being a tough pill to swallow as they're going to finish the season at 9-7. And it's going to be finger-crossing time as we await the final shakedown of this year's playoff picture. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.